Welcome to the fourth episode of NFT-DAO podcast. I'm Philip Roberts, your host. Now, before we jump into things, nothing said on this show should be taken as financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. And with that said, let's begin. Today, Rareș, Anamaria, and Andrew Shaw join me. So, how y'all doing?
We're fine. Thanks for having us. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, starting with Rareș, can you give the audience a brief overview of who you are and what you do at NFT-DAO?
For our background, I'm actually going to let Anamaria start off because our backgrounds are intertwined.
Intertwined? One?
Yeah, we've been intertwined for a long time now, so we have similar backgrounds. So why don't you start off?
So yeah, hi, my name is Anamaria. I am one half of New Mindflow. My background is in filmmaking. I have graduated film directing, and I also have some background in arts. I've been an exchange student in Switzerland for 1 year, and that's where I got the basis for my arts knowledge and love for it. And in 2008, we met each other and we started New Mindflow, and maybe here you can take over and say.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a few extra details that I know Anamaria is a bit probably too modest to describe. A few years back, she was named as one of the promising 5 Europe's most talented young film directors. She also had one of her films nominated to the GOP Awards, which is like the Romanian equivalent of the Academy Awards. And her short film was actually shortlisted for the actual Academy Awards. She didn't get the nomination, but that's still...
That's quite a feat.
I'm guessing that's still...
Wow. Now you surprised me with that. I had no idea. I like that.
That's still something. And so, yeah, after I also have a background in filmmaking. I'm a bit more overall into my education spans the range of filmmaking. Anamaria was mostly focused on film direction, but I was focused on filmmaking. And like she mentioned, we met at a film festival. We both already been working in the industry for some time at that point. And yeah, after a time, we decided that we want to explore other avenues. So we started New Mindflow initially as a game development studio. And we had an operation. We were developing a game in Jakarta, which is like the cultural capital of Indonesia, for a time, for about 1.5 years. Things got a bit tricky funding-wise, so we had to restructure our company, and that's when we started doing most of the stuff ourselves, and we released 2 iPad apps, arts and film-related. iPad apps, and then for the last few years we've been kind of in an early retirement because I had some medical issues at one point, and then we've kind of withdrew. But after discovering the Cardano community and Catalyst and NFT-DAO, it brought us back from this sort of early retirement, and we really love what's happening with the Catalyst project as a whole, but especially within NFT-DAO. And that's why we've been trying to help out as much as we can with the whole process.
All right. Wow, fascinating. All right, so Andrew, can you give us your background and what you do at NFT-DAO?
Yeah, sure. So I'm located down in New Zealand, down on the other side of the world. And yeah, so my background is I studied design and illustration and animation at university in Wellington, which is the capital. And so went through that, and then I kind of moved into film and television work as well, actually. So more in the previs, storyboarding, that side of things. And then from there, did quite a few years of that work, which I really enjoyed, and then found I sort of gradually transitioned to actually producing work for museums and visitor attractions. So that's been the majority of my work probably for the last 10 years is in that sector. And for me, Cardano sort of heard about it maybe about 2.5 years ago, I guess. And I was quite intrigued. And then, yeah, of course, when NFTs became a thing, I was super excited because it's, as an artist, especially a digital artist, it's just exactly what everyone's looking for. Like previously, I would have to take my art images and print them out and frame them, and it's a huge amount of work and time goes into that process. Even selling the unframed pieces, you still have to wrap them, and so the whole sort of concept of NFTs got me super excited. So I was searching around for some people I could team up with and, yeah, produce some work and get it out there. And I really wanted to do that on Cardano because I really believe in the ecosystem. And yeah, that's kind of how I came to be a part of the NFT-DAO. And yeah.
Absolutely. Very fascinating. So what has the auction hall been building, Rareș, or New Mindflow, I should say?
So I actually did a bit of research for this podcast and looked for the initial idea of having an auction. And I guess that came about after Andy posted his one of his works that we're in a way kind of building the auction around at the end of February. And Rich suggested that we should auction that piece off. And at the time, it was just right around the time when we were joining the DAO as well. And there was seemed to be this influx of artists joining the DAO at the time. And some of them haven't stuck around, but seeing that at the time made me think that we should build an event, an auction event for all the artists coming into the DAO to first of all showcase the technical capabilities of the DAO's framework, because ultimately that's what it's all about. It's a way for us to get the MVP, the technical minimum viable product, and give it a practical application. So get it in the hands of the people. That's why internally we refer to it as the MVP auction, because that's its main purpose of illustrating, of giving reason to the framework that we're building. But other than that, like I said, we were looking to build a platform for the artists who have at that point joined the DAO. And this was our initial discussion when we joined with Rich. Actually, it was threefold. We wanted to produce his initial videos. The second was to have a series of videos to put faces on the members of the DAO, something that you've been doing a great job of, Philip. And we're really glad that your podcast series is coming along so nicely. And we want to congratulate you on the job. And the third was starting to put together this auction. So in one form or another, the idea has been with us for some time now. It definitely evolved over these last couple of months. But we're at a point where we're very comfortable with our offering, and we're very satisfied with what we're putting together, and we can't wait for people to get to know more about the auction as we start unveiling stuff as we get closer to the date of the actual auction.
Very, very exciting. Can't wait for that. So Andy, can you tell us a little about these NFT tickets? Like a little birdie's been talking about that lately.
Yeah, so I guess we were thinking, how can we produce something that's really exciting, not just kind of a normal NFT, something a little bit different. So we've come up with this, what I think, I'm probably biased, but I think it's a really cool idea. It's essentially some really beautiful animated tickets, and there's actually like a rarity aspect to them as well. So in themselves are these beautiful NFTs. Each one is numbered. So imagine they're animated and individually numbered, which I haven't seen much of before. And yeah, different rarities within that. Plus you get the added benefit of some bonus aspects to them. So I'm not quite sure how much we should talk about that yet, but yeah, we're looking to add some pretty exciting features to them. So yeah,
we're working on adding quite a few very awesome and cool perks to the tickets themselves. So to really give a motivation to people to be proud of being a holder of the NFT-DAO Akkadia ticket.
Absolutely, yes. So fascinating. People will be scooping that up by the hundreds, if not thousands, because it's just so interesting. I really haven't heard anybody doing an NFT ticket system for an auction. So it's just mind blowing. So I can't wait to see the reaction from the Cardano community.
So I just wanted to clarify a point, because maybe the word ticket could be confusing to some people.
Yes, go on.
We're calling it a ticket, but it's not meant to grant access to the auction itself. So when the auction is going to go live, anybody will be able to participate in the auction event itself, whether or not they're a holder of the ticket. But the ticket is actually grants membership to the Akkadia. That's what we're calling our storefronts, which will host the auction, to the Akkadia Club. And with that membership, there'll be a series of very cool perks that I mentioned we're working on.
Very well. So it's like an exclusive membership pass, we should say, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
We like that.
Exactly.
So I have a broad question for everyone. Anyone can jump in on this. So where should people go to learn more about Akkadia? Like how can newcomers become more involved with this sort of thing? Anybody?
They can go to the NFT-DAO website, and if they're an artist, they will find the form that they can fill out, and maybe later on they can join the Discord server and join in the talks and see if they want to help more during all the talks that are happening in the server, or if they are they want to purchase or they want to participate in the auction. They also have another form that they can fill out, and they will be notified when the auction will be starting.
All right, that works. All right, I'll go with that.
We'll actually put up a few Akkadia related channels of communication, social channels, as we get closer to the launch date of the auction. But for now, people should go for their information to the NFT-DAO social channels. And like Anamaria mentioned, a very good place to start is the NFT-DAO website, and the links to the two forms, artist form and purchaser buyer form.
All right, Andy, would you like to add on to that?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, yeah, for people to keep in mind that if they're in any way engaging with the ticketing system by purchasing tickets, or just even sharing the idea of the tickets with their communities, then because everything we do at the NFT DAO is open source, and we share all the things we come up with, the technology, that side of things, that, you know, if you invest, or if you buy tickets, then essentially you're helping NFTs on Cardano to thrive. So yeah, I'd encourage people to get stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, excellent. All right, so any closing remarks about Akkadia and the auction, starting with New Mindflow?
Well, I would like to mention that we're working on a partnership with a very famous artist, someone that should be familiar or very familiar to the whole Cardano community. We're not revealing his name at this point, but that's definitely something that the Cardano community should look out for, because he's probably going to be featured early on in our auction.
Oh, that's exciting. All right. What about you, Andrew? Any things you have to say about the Akkadia and the auction?
Not really. I'm just really excited to see how everyone reacts to it. I think it's going to be big.
Oh yeah, I think it is too. It's very interesting. I'm learning some new things too, hearing some little breadcrumbs, but it's really cool. I like this. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate that. And this concludes the podcast. All relevant links will be found in the description below. And be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, build on, build strong, and build right. Take care, everyone.